I'm back with Dr. Naji Hayek with the Free Patriotic Movement in Beirut, Lebanon. Sir, thank you for joining me again. I appreciate your time.
Good evening, sir. God bless you. And
God
God
bless
bless
you.
America.
Yes, yes. I wanted to talk with you because we just had the meeting in Egypt where President Trump and a lot of international leaders signed the deal with Gaza. There's a lot of Arab involvement in other nations, Turkey, etc. But there's a whole nother, so we got that conflict settled, but there's still a problem with the Christians in Lebanon. So I thought it was an opportunity to talk to you and kind of get an update of what's happening in country.
I mean, the Christians in Lebanon are happy at this point. They're happy because one peace deal at a time.
Mm-hmm.
First, we congratulate both parties for achieving this peace deal. It's a good start. And the good thing about it is lots of Arab and Muslim countries were involved, and they were there in Egypt to sign this peace deal or to attend this, which means they gave their blessings.
Mm-hmm.
And giving them their blessings is a good start. And hopefully, this whole thing will end up quite nicely, just like the Israeli and the Palestinian people wanted
Mm-hmm.
to end. I hope so. I mean, obviously, putting aside the different, all these extremists that are very trigger happy, and that all
Mm-hmm.
that they want is to go to war and to kill and kill and kill in the name of God.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas God, my God, your God, is the God of love and is the God of peace. So I hope so. Now, to go back to your questions, when it comes to the Christians of Lebanon, the Christians of Lebanon have a problem, have a serious problem here. The main problem is, we have spoken about it before, is that we have different factions in Lebanon. Some of them are backed by Syrians, some of them are backed by Iranians, and all these people, many of them are extremists. All these people hold guns. And what they do is, whenever they cannot threaten you physically, they cannot threaten to eliminate you. They do it quietly. Quietly is by trying to buy land in your areas,
Mm-hmm.
and by trying to infiltrate your people, and by trying to take some of the powers that the Christian had. Um I don't know if people know that in 1990 we had a huge war that had started in 1975 between the government of Lebanon
Mm-hmm.
and the presidency of Lebanon, that is always headed by a Christian. The Lebanese president has to be Christian. The war started with the Palestinians and Syrians, and backed by many of the Arab countries, the simile ISIS of the 70s and the 80s. Unfortunately, this war ended in 1990. Was what we call the Taif Agreement, the
Mm-hmm.
Taif Agreement that happened in Saudi, and that stripped the Christian president of his powers. What you need to know is that the United States blessed this agreement and the Arab countries blessed this agreement. It's a shame that it happened, but
Mm-hmm.
it did happen. And on this day, today, on the 13th of October, 1990, the Syrian army was given the green light by the Arab countries, the United States, and Israel to invade the Christian area. So they attacked us, and we collapsed. The legal government that was headed at that time by the interim prime minister, that had all the powers of the president of the republic, because there was a void in the seat of the presidency. We could not elect a president. So uh, back then, General Michel Aoun, who was fighting these Syrians, fighting these Palestinians, and fighting many people that came to invade Lebanon, his government collapsed on the 13th of October, and we got invaded. And this is when our community started going down. As a matter of fact, we started 100 years ago by Lebanon being 60 or 70% Christians,
Mm-hmm.
to at times now when Lebanon is maybe 35 or 40% Christian, just
Mm-hmm.
because of the demography, just because in 1993, the prime minister that was later assassinated, Rafiq Hariri, gave the Lebanese citizenship to 300,000 or 400,000 non-Christians and Syrians and Palestinians did that illegally just to play with the demography.
Mhm.
So since that time, the Christians have been under fire, and I think the free world, especially the United States of America, who is seeking peace everywhere, and especially President Trump, who is looking to establish peace. There is no real peace in the Middle East unless people are really given the rights and people are treated equally, which hasn't happened in the situation of the Christians of the whole Middle East. Look at what happened to the Christians of Iraq. There's practically nobody left. There used to be 1.5 million, maybe now they have 100,000
Mhm.
Christians. Syria is the same thing. They had 3 million Christians. I don't know about these figures, but I know that maybe 80% of the Christians in Syria have fled. Now the Lebanese Christians have been bleeding, but our situation is better because, according to the constitution, the Lebanese president has to be Christian, the commander-in-chief, the chief of staff of the army has to be Christian, the head of the Federal Reserve has to be Christian, and the head of the equivalent of the CIA has to be Christian, which is kind of protective to our community. But still, the president lost much of his powers, and at the same time, we lost land, we lost influence in the country because many people left, and people that leave, they usually blend in the countries where they go. People that go to America become Americans and they just leave.
Yeah.
So this is a problem that has to be solved. We have a demographic problems, obviously due to the natalities, but we are also under constant fire. No matter what anybody says, all these people that start talking about not mixing religion with the governance and with government, they all do that. And everything that happens here, or at least most of it, happens because somebody wants to get rid of the Christians, or somebody wants to strip Christians and Christian representation. So this is the way it is. One solution would be to make Lebanon instead of Lebanon having a central government, hopefully having a decentralized government or even a federal state, something like this would be a good solution where people can be safe in their areas. So the diversity of Lebanon is a factor of richness, but at the same time, sometimes it can be a curse instead of it being a blessing.
Your government doesn't care about you. That's why you need a medical emergency kit. It contains life-saving medications like ivermectin, Z-Pak, and antibiotics. Stock them before they block them.
This is a special report.
Knowing how to invest your money is harder than ever before. Dealing with stock market volatility, record debt, and terrorist attacks requires new thinking. At U.S. Asset Management, we can help you see the world more clearly so that you can move beyond the chaos and invest with confidence. Call us, visit us online, or drop by our office. U.S. Asset Management, helping you make better decisions with your money.
Because unfortunately, people do not act and believe the same. And some people do not believe in democracy. Some people believe in doing what they want to do because they got some holy orders or instruction or supremacy. And they do that here all the time.
So we talked before, and I know you're I would say maybe not close to the Trump administration, but you know them and have conversed with them. Are you has anything changed with Tom Barrack and Ortegas, or are they saying, okay, we're going to focus on the Christians now, or are they are you coming up on in the inbox to the top? I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Well, we are trying because there are many Lebanese people that are in the surroundings and close to the President Trump's establishment. So that helps a bit. One of them is the father of his son-in-law, who Dr. Massad Boulos, who works closely with President Trump and who we know and who I know personally very well. And we try to help. At this point, they have been talking about reestablishing the state of law in Lebanon, because as you know, we have a militia called the Hezbollah that has been armed, and that this militia has been armed for since 1982, maybe, and they're totally funded, and they get their weapons from Iran. They went to war with Israel, and they took a big blow after this war. And now the main aim of the Trump administration and the main aim of the Lebanese government and the Lebanese president is for them to surrender their weapons. But they're not doing it easy, because they think they're entitled to hold their weapons because they call themselves the resistance. And now the Lebanese government has explicitly asked them to lay down their weapons and to surrender the weapons to the Lebanese army. So this is where the President Trump's administration has started, and hopefully after that they will work on a decentralized Lebanon that will help give the Christians of Lebanon some kind of a safe haven. Or rights, not a safe haven per se.
Last question. There were reports of a Christian state being discussed inside the White House. Have you heard anything about that, and what would be your thoughts about that?
Well, we heard about all this many times, and we've been hearing about this many times throughout the past 50 years. As a matter of fact, my uncle was in the 70s and the 80s, Dr. Eli Sadie of Youngstown, Ohio. He was born in the US and born and raised American. And he worked a lot with the different administrations since President Carter to kind of protect the Christians of Lebanon. He worked with President Gemayel, Bashir Gemayel, may he rest in peace. And he worked with the late President Michel Aoun, with the former president, Michel Aoun, to try to assist in this matter. Now, as to establishing a Christian state, I don't know about that. If you establish something like this, you have to be able to defend the state,
to protect it,
and
yes.
to protect it. And what we need now is mostly peace, peace more than a prospect of war. But at the same time, we need to have our rights, we need to have our powers, and because we belong to the same country, but there are differences, and these differences should be a good thing. And this diversity is the state that should be protected.
Dr. Hayek, anything else you want to get out to the people?
Thank you very much. And what I certainly hope is that the United States and the people of the United States can raise their voices and can rally in assistance to the Lebanese people that have been suffering and that have been fighting this war against terror for the past 50 years. In 1975, the war started in Lebanon, and we were fighting the same ISIS terror that all the Middle East and that the United States faced in 2001. So they should know that we are one of the trenches that started this act of defense and of protection of the free world. We started it in 75. We kept it until 90. We collapsed because the whole world dropped us because they thought we were a negligible entity. As a matter of fact, we were not a negligible entity. We were the people that were defending the values, and the same values that we shared with the people of the United States and of Europe and with the people of the free world. So we need to go back, to stand back on our feet. We need to be assisted. And I hear call for the American people, for all the Christian believers in the United States, to talk to their senators, to talk to their congressmen, and to talk to the administration, to say, you have people here that think like you, that act like you, that live like you. And Todd, you've been to Lebanon, and you come to this area. You know this is a free area. You know that you can go out and party until 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's a very safe area. Nobody would mug you on the streets. Nobody would mug you. I mean, people go out. You have alcohol everywhere, and people. Lebanon looks like any city in the United States.
It's true.
So this needs to be protected, and the people of the United States should know this, and should assist in this. And I cannot thank you enough for giving me the opportunity to talk on your channel.
Well, we'll see you again soon in country. Thank you, sir. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Okay.